Live from the KAPP 35 studios. Local news at 11 starts now.
Tonight's special election numbers are in. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tania Reyes. Voters have until midnight to get their ballots in
all that.
for
What
a
that
number
means
of
to your 7-day outlook
Valley.
coming up.
Yakima residents are asked to vote whether or not to annex into the county library system to save 2 libraries from closing. The Sela, Highland, and Wabato school districts are asking voters to approve levies, while Toppenish is asking for a bond approval. All ballots need to be postmarked with today's date. These are the numbers as of 8 o'clock. The Yakima County Auditor's Office says 58% of the people have voted in favor to annex the Yakima County Library District. 42% have voted against it. Moving on to the schools, 61% of the people in Sela have voted to approve the district's levy. 39% have voted against it. After failing once, the Highland School District votes are up with its proposed levy. 70% is saying yes, 33% is saying no. Moving to Wapato, it looks like people also want it to pass there. 64% say yes, 36% say no. The Toppenish School District wants to pass a bond to remodel its high school, and the majority of these people at this point are saying yes. About 65% approve and 35% are rejecting the proposal. Now, if you'd like to find out the latest numbers, tune in tomorrow at 5 and 6. Secretary of State Sam Reed visits Yakima to reach young voters. Reed stopped at YVCC this afternoon in a statewide effort to encourage young people to vote. Reed gave students a bit of a history lesson in the evolution of voting rights. 18-year-olds weren't allowed to vote prior to the Vietnam War. Reed says young people have the most at stake in elections and hopes more candidates will realize that.
What I'd like to see is more candidates for office and people advocating issues, reaching out to young people and talking about issues that concern young people.
The number of young voters is rising steadily. Reed says part of the reason for the increase is young people are being more active in their communities.
Young people today do tend to be more engaged in their communities and really enjoying it. And really, that's quite a departure from the past.
Reed is traveling all week to colleges and universities across the state. This week is College Civics Week in Washington. A large plume of smoke hovering over the near Glebe is finally gone. Fire crews say it is still smoldering, but they expect it to be out by tomorrow morning. The tire fire at Weber's Auto Parts on Powerhouse Road started at about 2 p.m. Fire crews from about a dozen stations in the valley got called out to the scene. Experts say a wheeled grinder sparked and caught the tires on fire. It took local crews about 7 hours to contain. At about 7 p.m., all firefighters left the scene. They say it should be out by tomorrow morning. A 10-year-old boy is being treated at Memorial Hospital tonight after being hit by a car. It happened around 4:30 this afternoon off Haines Street and Pleasant Avenue in Yakima. KAPP 35 is told Amador Luna was riding his bicycle and ran through a stop sign. That's when a minivan driven by 44-year-old Guillermo Salinas hit him. At this time, the child has head and ankle injuries. He was not wearing a helmet. 2 local men are in critical condition tonight after crashing their car into a fruit orchard. The accident happened around 1:15 a.m. in West Valley. State troopers say 24-year-old Gerardo Herrera Cruz most likely fell asleep at the wheel. They say he was driving home with a coworker after work. Troopers are not releasing the passenger's name yet. When Cruz fell asleep, investigators say he drifted off the road and smashed through several rows of fruit trees. Both men suffered severe head injuries and couldn't move to get help. They sat in the car for more than 7 hours until a person driving by noticed the car in the orchard. The Washington State Patrol is working extra hard to make sure our highways and byways are running smoothly. Right now, the patrol is understaffed with just 1,000 troopers. It should be staffed with 1,200. Sergeant Tom Foster says the lack of officers may have an effect on the time of a response call.
We're never going to leave people without the service that they need, but it just means with the shortage of people, the guys are out there working a little bit harder. They're doing a little bit more running around than they're used to.
The State Patrol says every month between 2 and 4 troopers retire, and there are not enough applicants to fill their spots. For more information on how to apply for the state patrol positions, log on to our website, kapptv.com, and click on News Links. The State Agriculture Department hopes to help local growers with a potential labor shortage. Today, Agriculture Director Valoria Loveland came to Yakima to meet with growers. She says she wants to know how the state can help farmers ensure they have enough workers to harvest their crops.
Well, we're going to listen to them more about what their issues are and see how we can fit the services and the capabilities of the state to meet their needs.
Several growers say the demand for workers is high this year because crop size is up. However, they say the number of available seasonal workers is down. They say many workers are staying away until the U.S. government resolves its dispute on immigration reform. Leaders from the State Department of Labor and Industries and the Employment Security Department also met with the growers. They say growers can contact WorkSource to try to fill their needs.
What to do is to work with Yakima and the other communities and let them know about the resources in our WorkSource office so that we can really be aggressive in helping support the growers here find the workers that they need.
Growers say they could also attract more employees if the state could help build more farm working housing. The Atanum Youth Park is still causing the city council some headaches tonight. Last night, the council reached a decision not to charge for parking fees. Union Gap took over the Atanum Youth Park from the county earlier this year. The county said it couldn't afford to maintain the park. Since then, the city of Union Gap has tried to figure out a way to fund operations. One resolution was to charge visitors $3 to park at the facility. But last night, the council rejected the fees. Mayor Aubrey Reeves says council members were swayed from people from other cities.
Well, I'm a little disappointed. The council members was elected by the citizens of Union Gap to protect them and work in their behalf. In this case, they voted in behalf of the citizens outside of the city.
City Council member Dan Olson says most of the visitors are from outside of Union Gap. Olson says the main problem is the park's takeover wasn't mapped out correctly.
Trying to figure out a plan as they go, and that's just not good business. They should have had a plan before they started.
The vote rejecting the fees was 3-4. Mayor Aubrey Reeves says one council member was confused about the vote and didn't want to reject it. Reeves says he's going to call an emergency meeting to resolve the issue. Union Gap will have more public transit buses in their town. The City Council voted to approve an agreement with Yakima Transit from August to December of this year. Mayor Aubrey Reeves says he hopes the buses will cut down on traffic.
We would get a lot of people that would start riding the bus to work, and that would take traffic off the roads and help that way. So we hope people will take advantage of it and use it.
Voters will be able to decide whether or not to permanently keep the transit in Union Gap. If approved, the city's sales tax will go up 0.2%. Overall, the cost for having the extended transit service in Union Gap is $250,000 per year. It is going to be an even slower ride for drivers traveling on Interstate 82 and State Route 24 near Nob Hill Road. All this week, significant backups and delays are expected as the Department of Transportation crews reach a milestone in its widening and bridge work project. Come Friday, the new bridge over I-82 will be complete. Crews will shift traffic from the old bridge to the new one, causing one-way traffic times. Come next week, I-82 near Nob Hill will be shut down at night. While crews disassemble the old overpass, it will not affect traffic during the day. Still ahead on KAPP Local News at 11, it's another case of stupid criminals. How police say two crooks stole an ATM machine and what they did when they couldn't open it. First, here's a look at the end of the roll Skycam.
Couples Views. Stay
Stamos and his mystery blonde. Then Angelina speaks about her baby. Plus People's 50 Most Beautiful. Next Extra.
Now's the best time to begin your adventure in the most award-winning brand of 4x4s, like Jeep Commander, the most capable 7-passenger 4x4, Jeep Wrangler, America's original 4x4, Jeep Liberty, the best-selling SUV in its class, and Jeep Grand Cherokee with 5 stars, the government's highest crash test rating. Announcing $1,000 April bonus cash. Now get a combined cash allowance of $3,000, which means you can get a Jeep Liberty for under $19,500. Hurry, offer ends May 1st.
Ciabatta bread, the key to Jack's new Chipotle Chicken Ciabatta Sandwich. Your choice of a spicy crispy chicken breast or a grilled chicken breast with a smoky Chipotle sauce served on lightly toasted ciabatta bread.
Lack of electrical capacity, poor insulation, outdated heating and cooling systems, and tremendous plumbing needs. Massive use of inefficient portable classrooms. Buildings built for 1,200 students with populations nearly 2,000. Chopped up campuses with multiple entrances. Lack of safe thoroughfares, pickup and drop-off locations. Schools built in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, designed before the age of computers. If not now, when? Vote yes for Yakima Kids.
Hyundai's Proving Grounds, the perfect place to announce the Hyundai Challenge. We're out to prove that our new Sonata is the best value running. Here are the stats. More standard safety features and interior Accord, America's best warranty. $4,500 less than Accord. Need more data? Go to our best Proving Grounds, your nearest Hyundai dealer.
Today at Hyundai of Yakima, 311 South 1st Street in Uptown Yakima, a new Sonata is only $199 a month. That's $199 a month.
A 700-pound woman moved with a forklift.
Plus Hollywood's Love Triangle. Then on Thursday, Amy Fisher on ET.
Well, welcome back on this nice Tuesday. Temperatures cooling down rather quickly, but still comfortable for this time of the night. Seattle at 49 right now, Portland 54, in Yakima 52, and Spokane at 48. Now here's a look at our northwest satellite. You can see here, still in the clear pretty much for Washington and Oregon. One system heading out of the Idaho Panhandle. Now, if you were up really early this morning, you may have seen a few sprinkles. That was this system rotating through, and so we saw some of that moisture this morning because of that system, but that is exiting the region. Now, a broader look at some things. We have another system moving in towards the northwest. But as this week progresses, this is going to push to the north as the storm track moves into Canada. So we are going to see a ridge of high pressure for the remainder of our week, seeing temperatures in the low to mid 80s by Friday and Saturday. So we are looking pretty warm for the remainder of our week. Now here's a look at how that storm tracker is going to push. It is going to keep the moisture in British Columbia and moving further north. As the ridge of high pressure continues to move through, we will see clear skies to partly cloudy skies. For the most part, the clouds will be non-threatening. A slight chance of rain Saturday night as another system pushes through, but for the most part staying in the upper 70s and low to mid 80s as we head near the end of our work week. Now here's the storm tracker radar, kind of what has been going on. As you can see, the clearing through much of the northwest and showers tapering off as they head through the Idaho Panhandle and into western Montana, and just a few snow showers. By tomorrow, we will be in the clear and looking pretty nice with some warmer temperatures, a little bit warmer than what we saw today. Now overnight tonight, we are going to see temperatures in the Yakima Valley in the upper 30s and low 40s. For Yakima, 39 degrees, winds light and variable with a few clouds.